It's an epidemic. It's not a pandemic. It's an epidemic unless you haven't been vaccinated. My wife was literally saving someone's life last week with another person from a crate firm who had been put out of a hospital in Mexico, had not been vaccinated, kidneys failing, and got him to a hospital in Mexico City, Regeneron, Remdesivir, out of the hospital. Fine. This is what's happened even with the unvaccinated, although Dr. Topol's still talking about the people who are dying. I don't want to minimize that. But we're not in a world of a pandemic anymore.
That's gonna, and we're a couple months away from wider availability of antivirals of all different kinds.
That's the key. That's the end.
And so the fallout for us this morning is, what does it mean for retail sales and Roblox and Airbnb?
And Shopify.
Shopify.
I have to tell you, Carl, that the only one last night that demonstrated a lack of pandemic cyclicality was Airbnb. I mean, there's Brian Chesky, the great CEO of Airbnb. He said, look, I don't care, pre-pandemic. Are we at one point he was like telling me last night, I don't know, are we a pre-pandemic story? Are we a pandemic story? Are we a post-pandemic? He said, maybe we're a story. And I loved it. I mean, we're going to hear Roblox. And Roblox is going to be a little tougher interview than I like. The reason is because I thought that they were not a pandemic play. I didn't put them with Peloton. I didn't put them with DocuSign. Obviously, those are the kiss of death. Zoom, kiss of death, although Zoom has a lot of money, so they can do something. And Peloton's got just a soldier now. He has a Green Beret now running it in McCarthy. But, I wanted Roblox to be better. And, Carl, it's slowing.
It is slowing, although I got to say,
growth rate's slow.
Bookings were a miss, but DAUs up 33, just a slight miss. Is it really deserving of the kind of punishing it's getting today?
Cash flow, half of what I thought. Free cash flow. What Dave is going to have to explain, this company's been in business since 2006, is, do you really need to be public? Now, we're going to ask about the NFL deal, JP Morgan deal. But my problem with Roblox is I didn't know that January would be down. I mean, when you're on these calls, they're basically like, January's going to be down. Huh? I mean, everyone's like, they're like, oh, yeah. No, there's no, oh, yeah. Go listen to Chesky. Chesky defined this period. He is saying the whole period of pandemic, you had to be working on things for post-pandemic. I have not seen a lot of companies who were prepared for post-pandemic. I've seen a lot of companies that were kind of banking on a little more pandemic, perhaps. Hey, by the way, you want a company that didn't bank on anything? Toast. Yeah, and I finally felt that you could say officially the toast is toast. Now, they will tell you, listen, we have this is the restaurant software. That's the most crowded space in the world. And I know this from being in the restaurant business. You could rip this guy out, put in another guy. I mean, the only winner is American Express with Resi.